Hey guys, this is Michael with EarSplintz. We're heading out right now to the National Wrestling Coaching Association's conference out in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm excited to show you guys what happens.
In a nutshell, where we really want to focus right now is the college level. It's all about improving the academic performance, getting us, into the middle and up and toward the top of the ladder. And at the high school level, it's all about participation. We need to grow the sport of wrestling.
It's really around the power of purpose. Mike was just talking about earlier around our sport. We talk a lot about what we do in the sport of wrestling. And as coaches, we're focused on the wins and losses and making sure that we have competitive teams and that we're looking to win whatever goals that we set out for each other. In my life, I tend to focus less on the what and more on the why, and the purpose behind why I do the things that I do. And wrestling to me is everything. It has literally saved my life a couple of different times. It's helped me learn a lot about myself, and it ultimately is what's given me my purpose in life, and one of the reasons why I'm here today.
Very similar foundation to the skills that are needed to be a college coach, and the similarities are actually astounding. And as I mentioned, your jobs are not easy. Bear with me, but listen to this list. And again, this is from Forbes on the most critical elements of growth companies. You got to have a vision. A well-defined vision is a skill or gift that every company leader needs in order to cross the finish line. You got to have speed. You got to have budget mastery. You got to have social skills externally and internally. You got to have discipline. Again, this is Forbes on business. You got to have determination. A successful startup emphasizes the significance and determination when building a business that never quits, especially when the road gets bumpy and scary. Ability to adapt to change, and we know our educational environment is changing all the time. I mean, yeah. People worry about what preschool their kids go to today. Right? It's absolutely insane how competitive academics are in the United States, but things are changing, the backdrop's changing all the time. You have to have fundraising skills, and you have to have an unwavering belief in success and a mastery of time management, and you've got to be good at execution. Those are the exact skills that I think you need to be a good college coach, or a high school coach for that matter.
The idea behind this Leadership Academy is to help you guys with the areas where you're facing frustrations, and you're facing struggles, and you're facing things in your program that maybe aren't going as well as you'd like, and we all have those areas.
For me, it's the ability to impact the wrestler. It's the ability to teach life's lessons. It's the ability to make them a better person, not only as an athlete, but as a person in general, and develop them and set them up for success. And probably the best compliment is when you get your kids coming back to you later in life and thanking you for helping them out, and that they finally realize that that's worth more than you could ever be paid.
Making sure that we're leading with our head, not reaching. And as I try to get to my inside tie, I want to be inside. As I'm making sure that as I close the gap here, I'm not reaching. I'm keeping my hand is right up by my ear, so I know I can be Coach Reedy inside. And I'm actually kind of leaning in this direction at the same time. I want to be inside, and here's where I want to be. I want to force him to reach by closing the gap. And a lot of this has just comes down to the fact that I want to make him as uncomfortable as possible. Right? I want to win the tie, I want to win the hand fight, and I want to win the territory. And so the easiest way to make sure that happens is I go and I win the tie right away. So I'm the guy moving forward. Okay, I'm closing the gap, so I'm getting into Coach Reedy. I beat him inside. Again, my hand just close to my ear, beat him inside. My other hand, my shot hand, is not coming head. Okay, I'm wrist, elbow, or shoulder. Okay, so we'll spend time early on just getting in here and just feeling that, getting that shoulder turn, coming off the shoulder, and then getting to our pulls. And we used to, as we showed this early in the year, a lot of times guys would start, we would kind of have a bad habit of starting here and here. And because of this now, I'm giving up a lot of elbow control. You know, and I don't like being on the head and just hanging. I don't want to be ear to ear. I want some space in there. And so I try to make sure these guys do a good job. We come inside, and then here, anytime we come to the head, it's either off my shoulder turn and pull or a fake. Fake, reaction, then we come back and pull. Okay. My inside tie, my thumb's always together. Okay, I'm on the tricep here. This is heavy. This pull right here, this is more just the steering, this is the rudder. You know, steering, the pull is here. Chopping my hips and keeping my feet in position to fire off.
It's not about me anymore, it's about them. I've had my time. It's kind of cool to watch them grow and do things they didn't know they could do.
And so I just, like I said, I wish that I would have known when I took over 10 years ago how important some of this stuff was to an athletic director. It never crossed my mind when I first got the job that I needed to make sure where my program fit in the portfolio of the university and athletics department. It never crossed my mind 10 years ago. And now, every single meeting I'm sitting in at the athletic department, head coaching meeting, whatever, I'm listening to everything they're saying intentionally, trying to pick up on what are they focusing on, what are they talking about, how can I relate our wrestling program to field position. And I think we've got a long ways to go, a lot of growth to get where I want us to be, but hopefully this is helpful for some of you that might be in similar boats.
I think the biggest thing that anyone can gain from wrestling is just the tenacity to overcome adversity, regardless of what it is, whether it's something small, whether it's something big, that there's always a chance to bounce back, that it's never really over, and just keep fighting through that.
Wrestling teaches you about life, it teaches you how to be, humility, how to lose, be a good sport, and also how to win, and be a role model and lead others. It teaches about leadership.
That's a pretty important thing that we do. The Marine Corps does not exist without recruiting. Right? We don't have lines of young men and women standing outside recruiting offices saying, yeah, I'm ready to go. It doesn't exist. Right? We have to go out and find these young men and women and talk to them about how the Marine Corps is going to help them fulfill what they're looking for in their life, and then ultimately make them successful in whatever they choose to do in life. Right? It is a needs-based strategy that we talk about. And I believe that the things that we do in the Marine Corps, you can use within your schools to help you find those young men and women that you need to fill out roster spots.
I love the sport. Just getting out of your comfort zone and trying different things. That's really what it comes down to, especially as a high school coach, trying to get kids to come and get out of their comfort zone, try different things, and be happy with the outcome no matter what. And as long as you learn from that process.
Does someone need cauliflower ear to be a true wrestler?
No. We promote the headgear. It's like I was telling you before, the only place cauliflower should be is on your plate.
They do not need cauliflower ear to be a wrestler.
Does an athlete need cauliflower ear to be a true wrestler?
No, it don't hurt, but actually it does hurt.
Your product at EarSplintz is a great thing. For me, it was just an assumed fact that You know, if you wrestled, you got cauliflower ear. That was just one of the side effects of success. And to be able to prevent that, you know, it goes a long way. Now you got to lead that horse to water. You can't make him drink, but this is just one way to give these kids an option, because it is painful and it does affect their practice.
What's the one thing you're going to take back to your program?
Hopefully an EarSplintz.
Does someone need cauliflower ear to be a true wrestler?
No.
No?
After 2 surgeries in my ear, I can tell you now.